Okay, let's dig into this. We got some really fascinating source material for our deep dive today.
Yeah, it's all focused on this quite powerful speech from a U.S. president back in '61.
Right, and we're zeroing in on what he said about, well, some pretty hefty topics: secrecy in government, press freedom, and these perceived threats of the time.
Exactly. Our goal here is really to pull out the core ideas from these specific passages. What's the main argument? What are the key tensions he's grappling with?
And that central tension jumps out almost immediately, doesn't it? This conflict between how a free society should operate openly and the need for security against perceived dangers.
hmm He hits it head on. The speech says pretty bluntly that the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
Yeah.
And it argues that, the risks of too much concealment were known long before then, that those dangers outweigh the justifications.
What really struck me was the warning against sort of becoming the thing you're fighting.
Oh, definitely.
He says there's little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. That's a direct quote.
And the very grave danger, his words again, that the need for security gets twisted.
Right, into censorship and hiding things. He seems incredibly firm that he wouldn't stand for that, and nobody should use his words to, shut down debate or cover up mistakes.
And you see why he's so concerned when he describes the threat itself. He talks about being opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Monolithic and ruthless, strong words.
Very. And he defines it less by armies and more by its methods. It relies primarily on covert means, he says.
Infiltration, subversion, intimidation, not open conflict or free choice.
Yeah, it's painted as this huge, efficient, hidden machine, operating everywhere: military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic.
Scientific, political, all of it. And its power, according to him, comes from being the opposite of an open society.
Exactly. Preparations hidden, mistakes buried, dissenters silenced. No questions asked, no rumors printed, no secrets revealed.
Okay, so if that's the challenge, something that thrives in secret, how does a free society fight back without, giving up its own openness?
Well, that's where he pivots. He points squarely at an informed public and, critically, a free and robust press.
He says no president should fear public scrutiny of his program.
Because, as he lays it out, from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from understanding
Comes support or opposition, and he says both are necessary. He's not asking for loyalty from the press.
no, not allegiance. He's asking for their help in informing and alerting the American people. He seems to have this deep faith in the citizens.
If they're fully informed, that's the key part.
Right. He even says he welcomes controversy, welcomes criticism, sees it as essential, not damaging.
Which leads to how he views the press's actual job, beyond just, keeping us entertained.
The First Amendment protection isn't there to amuse and entertain, he argues.
Its real purpose: to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and our opportunities, even to lead, mold, educate.
And sometimes even anger public opinion. It's a powerful vision of the press's role.
And he connects all this directly to the nation's survival, doesn't he?
Starkly. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed. And crucially, no republic can survive.
So the government's role in this partnership.
To provide the fullest possible information, except for truly narrow national security limits.
Okay, so let's pull the main threads together here from this deep dive. We see this strong stance against excessive government secrecy.
Yeah, coupled with this description of a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy working covertly.
And then the crucial role assigned to a free, critical press and informed citizens. They're presented as vital, essential for accountability and for the republic's survival.
He sees welcoming debate, even criticism, as just fundamental to making things work.
And for you listening, the relevance really seems to be in that enduring idea. The press has this function far beyond entertainment.
According to this speech, it's about giving you the tools to be that informed citizen, which he sees as the bedrock, the foundation for facing hidden threats.
It definitely leaves you with a powerful question taken right from his words. If fighting a closed society means you adopt its restrictions, it's secrecy.
And if national survival means sacrificing traditions like openness and scrutiny, what's the real cost?
What does winning even look like then? The speech seems to argue the best defense isn't more secrecy.
But rather the power of light, of understanding, brought by a free press to people who are paying attention.